I was going through my Steam news feed up here and saw this, and it came out yesterday on Monday. So, patch 1.07. Now, for those of you that are not familiar, um, patch 1.07 is the way Grand Tactician does their patches is they don't do it like Paradox or other developers, manufacturers, right? They don't do like 1.1, 1.2, adding these major features with the point dot updates. They do 1.01 and then 1.02, and each one is a significant addition to the game. So I just want to point that out. I know it's a little long. All right. Patch 1.07 is out. The main changes include new weapons, projects, AI updates, that is very welcome, an updated manual, and a modding tool. Ooh. American Revolution just popped into my head. I'm sorry. Gatling and coffee mill for Agar guns for the Union, and 1 pound Williams guns for the CSA, and rapid fire short range weapons with also a considerable impact on morale on the receiving end. Machine guns, Union, and Confederate guns, CSA projects allow production of these weapons and the 12-pounder Iron Napoleon. 4 new military reform projects for both sides that simulate the gradual development of tactics during the early war. Ooh. Oh, okay. So you get artillery reform, cavalry reform, and supply reform. Okay, interesting. The released modding tool, Excel, I'm assuming you need Excel to make some changes, found in the game's install folder under modding tool, allows players to modify and export many of the game's data files and even create their own custom scenarios. Yes, this is big. Okay, this is huge. Um, all right, excellent. So, anybody listening to my voice, please make an April 1865 scenario. I would love to play something like that. Game's manual has been updated to include instructions for all new changes, but alright, awesome. Definitely reading that up. Uh, this is huge because you definitely have, what do you call it, like different starting points of the game, like 1861, 1864, things like that, which are great. There's not an 1865 scenario. I would love to play something like that, and I could see the community just like jumping in and saying, all right, I want to make a scenario for right before the Battle of Petersburg, right before the Confederates attack, right? Or, my scenario that I want, which is, Appomattox, Lee decides not to surrender, but to try to break out. Like hit the Union Army, and I know some of you guys are going to be like, dude, there's no way, but there might be. I always wanted to try that out, so that would be excellent. And, the Grand Tactician team is, continuously rolling out these updates. And this game came out, when did Grand Tactician originally launch? I think in summer of last year. Oh, this is on the Apple side. Where is it? I wish it was available to play on the Mac. Technically, I could get crossover. So it was released in September 2021. So it's coming on its 1 year anniversary. From my previous interviews that I did with them, I know they're going to support it, for, longer than 1 year. So it's not like September 2022 and hey, we're done. We're moving over. They're actually going to continue from the last interview I had with them. So I love that they keep adding more and more stuff to this game. This is, I would say, probably the most historically accurate Civil War strategy game, and the most grognard, the most incredible Civil War strategy game I've ever played in life. It's amazing. I doubt anybody can ever. It would take a lot for anybody to top what Grand Tactician did. It would take a lot. Now that there is a modding tool, I really hope that the community, somebody, or a group of yous, decides to do a conversion of the game to maybe the American Revolution 1775 to 1783. And the reason why I think this game would be perfect for the American Revolution is, well, because it's perfect for the Civil War. It would be perfect for the American Revolution. You know, a good example is Ultimate General American Revolution. Now, this game was announced a while back. I don't think it's continuing anymore. I think it's kind of ceased. The company that was making it was bought up by a Chinese publisher, so I don't think there has been any updates on this. And even if there were, Grand Tacticians. If this game came out and Grand Tactician came out with American Revolution 1, Grand Tactician would still win out. I'm sorry, but the level of detail that Grand Tactician Civil War has, if you migrate that over to the American Revolution, it's going to be just balls to the walls, incredible. So, and by the way, it's been 8 years. What? No, I'm sorry, 2008. It's been 14 years since we had a real American Revolution game. Birth of America 2, Wars in America, was the last good American Revolution game. So we desperately need an American Revolution game. So I'm hoping the Grand Tactician team kind of makes their own American Revolution game. I do have a feeling they're probably going to lean to some other conflict, maybe like Napoleon, because, let's be honest, in the 19th century, Napoleonic wars are more attractive than the American Revolution. That's why there's more of those than American Revolution games. But I really hope Grand Tactician does it, or one of you modders, one of you groups decides to do it, because we need it, please. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Catch you next one. See you then.